Y'all gotta excuse me, man. That was my girl just called me for the third time straight like it was an emergency. That's one thing about OTR. Your girl gonna call you. So, like I was saying, I was in my first load was in Nebraska. I get to Nebraska. It came time from every time you dock, majority of the time they gonna tell you to move them tannos back. I was on the phone with two of my I got two homeboys that I call regularly. They've been doing this truck shit. This is what they do. They part the reason that motivated me. This is what they do. So that very first time I pull up to my very first dock, and I'm already then backed it up to the dock, but now I gotta move the tannos back. For some reason my tannos weren't working, so I just opened the doors. I said, "Look, man, my tannos ain't sliding back," and it worked. It worked for the first time. They loaded me, and there wasn't no problem. Right after they loaded me, I was at, I forget how many hours I was at, but I didn't have much time left for the day. I think I might have been at 8 hours, and I only had like 2 hours left. I went and parked at it was a Walmart across the street. I went and parked at that Walmart. Found a spot to park at the Walmart. Some Walmarts let you park there, but some Walmarts not gonna fuck with you for real. So I parked at the Walmart, go in there, I bought my sheets, my covers, bought couple little snacks for the night type shit. And, yeah, I don't want to go to the truck stop because I know they be rocking. Of course, being in this industry, you just hear how shit go. And the truck stops start getting packed at 4 o'clock, sometimes 3 o'clock. People try to get their spots and get locked in early so they can have a spot. You don't want to be driving and you decide to been driving all day and come 8 o'clock you tired and want to park and there's nowhere to park. So for future references for the rest of you, for all you new drivers, for all the drivers that's watching, when you OTR or any of that, you need to go park around 4 o'clock. You need to work your time around that. Like, drive early so you could be done by 4 o'clock. So you could, I'm sure your 10 or 11 will be damn near over by 4 o'clock. So drive early. Okay, so I parked at that Walmart. And I actually ended up parking at Walmart for like the next 2 nights. I don't suggest parking at Walmart. I suggest the truck stops because Walmart ain't 24/7 no more. And what you gonna do at 11:30? You gotta go to the bathroom. What you gonna do 2 in the morning? You gotta go to the bathroom. And I ain't talking about piss. You know what I'm saying? That I remember the second night I went to Walmart and I ate a salad. Ooh, my stomach got the bubbling. Stomach was cooking. You hear me? And I remember it was crazy because I remember at 9:52, my stomach bubbling. Walmart closed at 10. 9:52, my stomach bubbling. I run in the bathroom. I run in there to use the bathroom. Came out like 9:58. I'm like, whew, I feel better. The minute I got back in my truck, my shit got the bubbling again. I said, oh my God, it's 10 o'clock. It's no point in even trying to go to a truck stop because I'm not going to find nowhere to park. And shit, man, it was just a fucked up position. So, yeah, I never park at Walmart's no more. I always park somewhere where I can go to the bathroom at any time. You just don't want them problems. That night, I remember laying in the bed and I prayed. I said, Lord, please don't let me blow up tonight, please, because I ain't got nowhere to go, please. And sure as hell, God came through. Damn, I didn't mean to put sure as hell with God in the same sense, but y'all get what I'm saying. God came through, and the very next morning I woke up, my stomach rumbling. You hear me? I motherfucking got out that truck, and it was a gas station down the street. I walked because my 10 hours wasn't up yet. I was still in sleeper berth. So, don't park on Walmart. So I guess that's the point of the story. So that after that first day, that first load, when I got to Nebraska, now I'm loaded. Now they want me to take it to Joplin, Missouri. Drove all the way to Joplin, Missouri. Like I say, I'm playing it tight. I'm holding on tight. I'm doing everything by the book. So I don't want to fuck up. Failure is not an option. So I don't want to fuck up. I'm doing everything by the book. Speed limit. Well, my truck was governed at 66 anyway, so I couldn't go over that no way. But I'm doing a speed limit. I'm doing everything right. You hear me? I'm trying to do everything right. And one thing about it is Transam is they're gonna keep you working. They're gonna keep you working. And I hear a lot of people complaining about them right now. I hear a lot of people, like people that was at my orientation, few people complaining about them. And they got the right to. It's this female in my class. They gave her a raggedy truck on like her second or third day. Her shit broke down and then I had a homeboy to where he didn't get his first load for 3 days because the trailer that he had, the reefer broke. So a lot of people was going through a lot of different shit. A lot of people was already saying fuck Transam on the first, second, third day on the road. And fortunately it wasn't like that for me, man. Fortunately it wasn't like that for me. Like I say, even though I had the small bit of experience I had, I never had no real OTR experience. Like I never ever packed up from home and been on the road. I've been gone for 2 weeks now. And how my recruiter explained it to me, she said you'll be gone for 2 weeks, 3 days home. 2 weeks, 3 days home. That's your schedule. 2 weeks, 3 days home. And being in the situation that I was in at the time, financially and mentally, I had to do something. You feel me? Something had to shake. So, I accepted that shit. So, as far as Transam, I seen a lot of videos of people on Transam, saying that I seen one guy say dispatch didn't answer for an hour. Well, this is 2024, and every business is supposed to improve every year. In 2024, all the videos I seen was 3 or 4 years ago on YouTube, and them videos is just not up to date, of course, because a lot of shit has changed since then. A lot of shit changed. Anytime I need to call my dispatch, my DM, my what they call it, driver manager. Anytime I call my DM / dispatcher, it might take 5 to 10 minutes. It might take 5 to 10 minutes, but guess what? They're gonna answer that phone. They're gonna answer that phone. And I told my dispatcher off top, I say, look, man, I'm not familiar with this garment. Because learning this is big. This is big. This is what you have to learn. They gonna make sure you learn this shit, for real. So that's probably my biggest thing between that and getting the paperwork, learning all the paperwork. But that's so far really that's my only problem. The pay. Everybody get paid different. Me, I ain't getting paid too much right now, but in the first 30, I get an extra band. Shit start working out later. Right now I'm getting 45 cents a mile. 45 cents a mile. So add it up. 45 cents a mile. I might do shit 2,000 miles in a week. 2,500 miles, man. You want 2,000 or better miles a week. That's what you want, to see a straight check, for real. So add it up, man. Everybody was getting paid different though. I met some motherfuckers that was dedicated. I'm OTR. Dedicated was getting 55 cents, 50 cents. So you know, it depends. Everybody was from different states too. So that's what it was. What else? Dispatch been on point so far. Only problem I had with dispatch one time was it was like 2 in the morning. It was like 1 in the morning, and I was calling to make sure I had gas on my car. Oh yeah, to tell you the truth, every time I go in a gas station, it damn near take an hour for that shit to go through. I've probably been in one gas station that it didn't take long for the shit to go through because they want your trip number, they want your truck number, they want your tractor number, they want your trailer number, then they want your ID. Then you got to go out there and pump both tanks. Remember that too, drivers. Semi-truck has 2 diesel tanks. You must fill them both. They both have to be filled. Don't just do one. That's why it's pumps on both sides. Go put both pumps in that bitch and pump that bitch. You also gotta make sure your depth stay up on point too. You gotta keep your depth filled up. So yeah, Trans Am throw you out to the wolves. They throw you out to the wolves. They throw you out there for sure. It's up to you to hold that shit down, man. It's up to you to do this shit right. One of the rules I live by is I take my time. I take my time. One thing for sure is I'm in a semi truck, so can't nobody rush me. Can't no car blowing a horn behind me, rush me, and make me nervous. I'm in this big ass semi truck. I'm the big dog of the road. Y'all gotta wait till I move to move. You feel what I'm saying? So don't let the street stress you out. Don't let it stress you out. Don't let the road stress you out. Don't let people stress you out. Take your time with everything. Take your time with everything. Take your time with everything. Go slow. Go slow. Go slow. Shit. Night before last. Like I said, I've been driving for over a week for Transam now. Night before last. They put me on a, because I had ran out all my hours already, I started running off recaps. They started giving me 3 hours this day, 6 hours the next day, 8 hours the next day, but I always have to wait till midnight. So one whole thing about it is I ran out of my hours early, and the very next day, they say, okay, tomorrow you get 3 hours and 45 minutes. So I'm like, damn, what the fuck I'm supposed to do with 3 hours and 45 minutes? I'm trying to get some money, what the fuck? But when you run out of hours, it's just how it go. See, one thing that I didn't like is that the orientation, the time that I spent in orientation, them 3-4 days, they counted that as driving time. And that was the whole shit about it. That's why come Monday, Tuesday, I was out of 70 hours. Because they included my orientation as driving time. So I was off all recaps. I'm getting short hours. So one day I got to 3 hours and 45 minutes. I was so mad because they had a load for me. I went and dropped that off, and I dropped it off at 10 in the morning. And by 11 o'clock, I had to go on sleeper berth all the way to midnight. So 11 a.m. till midnight, I wasn't doing absolutely nothing. Then I get a message on my Garmin saying, you get new time at midnight. We want you to go do a relay. A relay is when you basically meeting up with somebody. You meeting up with another Trans Am driver, and y'all might need to swap out. For example, they would put me on a relay with him because I guess I don't know what their reasons is for, but with that with the relay, I met up with that driver at a location and we swapped trailers. And I had to take that trailer to the location. Okay. So, yeah, that's how they do that. They put you on recaps. You start running off time like that. So that's how my time was getting fucked up, and I was mad about it. So every day they started shortening my hours, more hours start building on. And that's only because for you to reset your whole 70-hour, you're supposed to do a 34-hour reset, which means 34-hour reset means you have to, your truck has to be parked for 34 hours. It can't be moved, nothing. Then you get a fresh 70. Let me see.